Hi FlossTube, this is Kathy, the Kentucky Woman Stitcher, and I am back for my second video. I want to thank all of you for your many views and kind comments and your subscriptions. As I begin this video, I checked and I have over 3,300 views and 659 subscribers. I am just amazed, FlossTube, that you liked my video so much and that you wanted to watch more of them. And many of you have asked me, well, when are you going to make your next video? And I have been trying to do this for the past 3 or 4 weeks, but it has been so chaotic around our house. Just so many things are going on in the summer. I know all of you have had many things to do also. But first we were gone on vacation for 10 days, and then we had work done on our house, and they were here for 3.5 weeks. So everything was just in disarray, and we couldn't find things, and we were just running around in panic sometimes because we couldn't find things. So consequently, not much stitching got done. And of course we had church activities that we attended. And just last week, we had our grandson visit us for 6 days. And that was certainly a joy to us because we love him very much, and it was fun. And you know, 9-year-olds can keep you pretty busy. And he certainly did. So since I didn't get much stitching done in the last 6 weeks, I just wanted to share some of my finishes that I've done in the past, some of my past finishes. As most of you know, the summer months are fair time, and it's no different in our area. We have a regional fair. It encompasses 3 or 4 counties. And so every year I have entered things in the fair, probably for 20 plus years. And some years you win and some years you don't win. And this year I was very blessed that everything that I entered won something. And I was so excited. So I would like to share some of those things with you and just show them to you. Some of you saw in my first video, but some you haven't seen yet. So let's get started with that. Oops, sorry. The first one is my wintertime pillow. And I entered that in the pillow category. And I was blessed to have that win first place. And I really do love this pillow. It's so cute. Now this was something I was working on last time. And it's the Lizzie Kate Patriotic Sampler pillow. And I finished stitching that, and then I made it into a little pillow and finished it on the back with this cute fabric. And this was entered in the decoration other than Christmas. And I was fortunate enough to win first place on that one also. And I am definitely not bragging because I just feel blessed that I was able to win anything at all. Now this is something that I did last fall. It's called Harvest Home. And my sister and I went to the Needlework Galleria that's held in St. Charles, Missouri. And this was one of the classes that I took, how to make this into a drum. So we pre-stitched it, and then in class we made it into the drum, and it's called Harvest Home. And here's the little drum. It says, "Raise the Song of Harvest Home." And it's a little fall piece. And I found some little fall pins that I have stuck into it. And this one also won first place. This was in the cross stitch, but not a framed piece. This one was the Christmas ornament that I entered, and it comes from the 2004 Just Cross Stitch Christmas ornament book, and it's called Tidings of Joy by Heart in Hand. And I finished this as a mounted ornament. Thank you, Vanna, for all your wonderful instructions on how to do things like this. And this was the Christmas ornament, and it was also first place. I just feel so blessed that I won first place. Now, this is in the category of Patriotic. We have lots of different categories that you can enter cross-stitch things into. But it's Little House Needleworks, Land of the Free. And I stitched this and had it framed. I love the frame. It's stitched on heroic Picture This Plus 32 count linen. You can't really tell about the linen. I just love that linen. And this frame, I think, just sets it off. And it was a second place winner. The next is also from a Just Cross Stitch Christmas ornament book. I can find it here. It's from the 2015, and it's Merry Folk Christmas. But I don't like to use Xmas. I am a traditional Christmas person. But so I left off Xmas, and I put some little package buttons and holly. And I made this into a flat fold. Thank you, Vanna, for more instructions on how to do neat finishes on our stitch pieces. And this one was a third place winner. And this was in the category of Christmas decoration, but not an ornament. And last, I stitched Lizzie Kate's Mystery Christmas Sampler, Hearts and Holly and Hearts. And I had that framed. And instead of stitching it on regular doubloon, I stitched it on the crystal doubloon. I don't know if you can see that. And if you look close, you can see a few little sparkles there. But this was framed cross stitch, and that one third place. And I didn't make it to the fair to see all the winners of the first place categories, so I don't know what beat this out. But I'm just thankful that I won a third place. Thankful I won anything. So those are my fair entries, and I am happy that I was able to participate this year. There have been a couple of years that I haven't been able to. So I'm happy that I was able to do it this year. Now I'd like to show you some of my patriotic pieces. I always think of July as being a patriotic month. And so I always display my designs to celebrate 4th of July. But if truth be told, we should all celebrate patriotism every single month of the year, because we live in a great country and we should show the world what a great country that we are. So I'll try to insert some pictures here of how I have these displayed. I've just pulled them off, and so I want to show you just some of them. Okay, this first one is a Lizzie Kate freebie. It's called Liberty for All, and I finished it as a little pillow. I stitched it on 28 count navy, either Jobelin or Lugana. It's some kind of even weave. And I changed the blue to some overdyed, I can't remember what it was, simply because the blue that it was charted with didn't show up on this fabric. But I used little beads here for the firecrackers. So I like all of my patriotic things. The next one is a Lizzie Kate called Land That I Love. She has some cute patriotic designs. And I finished this one as a double flange pillow. Turn down the corner here. Put a little bow there. I have a little shelf that I display some of these things in. It's just marbly blue fabric and then some red. Next is a shepherd's bush. It's called Land of the Free. And I made an attempt to finish it as they did in the picture. It's a pretty big pillow here. But this fabric has got some sparkly stuff on it. And it's got the flag button, and then I put some bows here. I love shepherd's bush, and shepherd's bush has a lot of good patriotic things. This is just a little shepherd's bush. It was a little kit. It's called Oh Say, and it's in the picture it's finished very nicely, but I was in a hurry to get it finished, so I just had it framed in this little wooden frame, no glass, just some padding under it. And it's really kind of hard to see. The sheep almost blends into the fabric, but it's cute. I like it. I love to have just patriotic things sitting around. The next one is another shepherd's bush, and it's called Liberty. And it's really hard to see. And they always have such nice mats when they do their photos for their charts. I chose to have mine framed in a small red frame with dark matting because I wanted the stitching to show up. So I think that shows up pretty good. And another shepherd's bush. This one is called Peace for All. I did have this one framed with glass. I really like this little striped heart button here. And my last one is a Little House Needleworks America. Now there's a little story behind this one. This was the first Little House Needleworks that I ever stitched, and I bought the pattern somewhere other than my local needlework shop. So after I had stitched it, I took it in to get it framed, and they had never seen Little House Needleworks. This is probably this is her very first chart that she did. So they had never seen Little House Needleworks, so they immediately ordered some of her charts, and then they had them all the time, and I was able to buy them there. But the only change I made is, if you look in the picture on the chart, it's a little dark door on the house. Well, I changed my door to red because I wanted my little door to stand out, so it's the same red as the stripes in the flag. And this is probably one of my very favorite patriotic designs. And I have this hanging up all the time. It's just in a simple little frame, no matting, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you, Diane, for designing such a great chart here. Now, if I can, like I said, will insert some pictures on how I have them displayed. Now, I do have some whips. Not very many. I'm not a big rotation person. I don't like to have 8 or 10 things going at the same time, because mostly I like to stitch for a finish. So I try to keep my whips at a minimum. So let me show you some of those things. Now, last time I showed you my "And Heaven and Nature Sing," and I'll try to insert a picture as to where I was last time. And I did get to stitch on this some. I stitched on it some on vacation, and then finally, after I was able to find things here, I stitched on it some more. So last time I mainly just had the deer body and this done here, these done, and maybe these 3 little trees here. So I finished all of the trees on this side. So now I'll be able to move over and work on the deer's head and his antlers and the saying and get it finished up. I'll be excited to get this finished and framed because I think it will be beautiful. So that's really the only thing I have from last time, from my last video, to show you. I do have a new start. Whoops. Excuse me. And as you know, last time I had several Brenda Gervais charts that I had purchased, and so I decided to stitch one. This is called Patriotic Poppies. Now this one is stitched on a neutral linen to make it look more primitive. And it's got all these little felt flowers here. Well, I didn't really want it to look that primitive, so I decided I would stitch it on something else. I stitched it on 40 count helix linen. It's really hard for me to see. I don't think it makes it look as primitive to stitch it on a different color. This is a nice mottled blue. It's 40 count, and I just love the way it's turned out. I did not do the felt flowers. I just went in and stitched poppies in the places where the felt flowers were. So this is going to be nice. I still have the sheep to do and finish all the alphabet and some grass and things down here. But I'm really liking this. Next is another start. Next month, my sister and I are going back to the Needlework Galleria. It's also going to be held in St. Charles again, and we are taking 2 classes. And these are classes that you have to pre-stitch things, and then you make something when you get to class. So the first thing is a hands-on design, and it's called the Winter Woods. And it's going to be a little pillow, and you've got 2 different fabrics there. So I have no idea how we're going to put all that together. But I've got the top part stitched. And this is stitched on 32 count French Country Mocha, Cafe Mocha. I can't say that I'm totally in love with the colors, but after it's put together and we see the finishing fabric, I'm sure it will be beautiful. This is just the top part. I haven't started the bottom part yet, but I do have it ready to go. And this is, I don't know whether it's called French Country Rain. It's a nice little blue. So that'll be cute, I'm sure, when it's finished. The next class we're going to take is from Sue Hillis, and I'm not seeing what the name of this is. Well, it's a little alphabet sampler, and we are to pre-stitch it, and then we're going to finish it as a flat fold in class. And I hope it's going to look as nice as Vanna's flat folds do when we're finished. But it's stitched on a vintage country mocha. And it's stitched with oatmeal Gentle Arts thread. And there's all kinds of neat little buttons to stick on there. So I'm excited to get started on that. There are some things that I did purchase. I tried not to purchase too much, but I did acquire some charts. So I just want to share those with you, just a few. First one is a Lizzie Kate. It's called Be Still. I like this little pillow here. Next is also a Lizzie Kate. Home is the nicest word there is. And when we go on vacation, I always try to find a local needlework shop and make a purchase or two, because I like to support local needle workshops. The next one is also a Lizzie Kate. This is Flora Make Samples 2014 stockings. And I really like the one with the little cardinal. And of course I had to buy some Brenda Gervais because I just love her charts. This one is called Christmas Tea. The two little mice having tea. So cute. And then I bought Stars and Stripes. Also a Brenda Gervais. I'm not sure what, they kind of look like pomegranates, but maybe they're flowers. I don't know. And then this is the newest, I believe the newest Brenda Gervais. It's called Berry Days at Thistledown Farm. So it's a nice little house. I guess, I don't know if that's a bee or a, I guess that's a bee. And then there's a little needle book that you can make to go along with it. This is actually supposed to be put on top of a box, but I'm not sure. I may just make a pillow out of it. Now this is a chart that I've been wanting for a while. It's a Plum Street sampler. It's Pomegranate Santa. These little flowers look like the one in the Brenda Gervais, but I think this is really cute. And then the last one is by Shepherd's Bush, and it's called Liberty Notes. And when I was looking for this one, I had a hard time finding it. When I was looking for this one, I saw that there were several other notes. Valentine notes, or is it called Love Notes, I think. Easter notes, luck notes. So they've got several different charts. And can make a little banner here. Very cute, very cute. Now, when we were on vacation, my grandson saw that, well, I always have stitched around him, but for some reason he really liked the deer that I was stitching on, so he picked it up once or twice and took a couple of stitches once, and then he proceeded to tell me that he wanted to learn how to cross stitch. So when he was down last week, I taught him how to cross stitch, and we made a little video. He still needs a lot of practice, but he is eager to learn, and he was excited about making the video. So I'm going to insert this at the end here so you can see my wonderful grandson and how excited he was to learn how to cross stitch. So I have enjoyed making this video, and I hope that you enjoy it too. It seems like it's kind of disjointed today. I don't know, maybe I'm still nervous about making these, but I hope that there's something here that inspired you, and maybe you'll want to stitch something that I've shown you the pattern of, or that maybe I've stitched. Maybe you like it well enough to do that. But I just want to tell you to have a great stitching weekend, and until next time, see you later. Bye. Good morning, FlossTube. This is Kathy, and I'm here with a very, very, very special guest. This is my grandson, Silas.
Hello, everybody. Hello, FlossTube.
And he has been visiting with us this last few days, and he has wanted to learn how to cross stitch. So Silas, do you want to tell us why you wanted to learn how to cross stitch?
Well, you've always done it for so many years, and recently I watched your first video, and it really did inspire me, and you even said, I hope it inspires someone. Little did you know it was me.
That's right. Little did I know it would be you. So, what have you, do you want to tell us anything about yourself, or?
Well,
Well, how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
And?
Started cross-stitching, like, Saturday?
Right.
Friday. Start cross-stitching Friday. And I've just recently looked at how many patterns there are, and there are so many. A lot of my favorite interests, like Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Disney. Love Disney.
I know. Last night we were looking at lots of things on Etsy, and he found way too many things he wants to stitch. But he has been working on a
Millennium Falcon Star Wars stitcher.
That's right. It's a pattern that we found on Etsy, and I'll just show you a little picture of it, hopefully. There it is. So he's been working on this little picture. So you want to show him what you've gotten done?
Gotten this much done. It's an unfinished work, but I will be coming back and I will show you all what's finished when I get it done. Just for right now, that's what I've got. I've just learned that it takes a very long time to get a pattern done. I thought it would take 5 minutes to get an itty-bitty pattern done. But then, little did I know, it would take days or even weeks.
Or sometimes months.
Your headless reindeer is still headless.
That's true.
Because there's so many trees you have to work on. There's so much stuff you have to work on that.
Yes, when you have a lot of details in a pattern, you just have to keep working on it and do each one at your own pace. So, is there anything else you want to share with FlossTube?
Well, I like how there's so many different patterns. So I just think there's never going to be enough patterns to stitch. I mean, I don't think you could ever be finished. There's so much. I mean, you can make so many gifts out of those and all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. Completely amazing how many. I was just surprised when we pulled it all up and saw just Disney, Harry Potter, name it. You name it. There's probably a pattern for it. I have decided on one pattern to try when I sort of get more into it in a few months from now probably. I'm going to give it to my mom because it's a Mickey and a Minnie kissing and it says happily ever after. And I know just looking at it, she will love it. And then they're also like peacocks. Peacocks are her favorite animal. And I just know once she pulls it out and looks at it, she's going to love it. I just know by looking at it. I know her personality. And I can't even imagine her face when she would see it. I can't.
Yeah, that would be wonderful to see her face. Well, now he understands why all of us stitchers have so many patterns and so much fabric and so much floss.
To work with.
Because there are so many beautiful things out there to stitch. And I am so excited to be able to teach him how to stitch and that he is so excited about doing this. And he's already planning to make gifts for people. How exciting is that?
We're going to exchange gifts.
Yes, he has it all planned out, how we're going to do things, and
I've already got the link to Etsy.
So yeah, he has it planned down to a science. So I'm excited, and I wish that we got to visit with him more often, but he does live a few hours away from us, so we don't get to see him as often as we
want to. Up in northern Kentucky.
That's right. So I'm just so excited that he's wanting to learn how to stitch, so. Any other comments you'd like to make before we sign off?
No, not actually. I meant to say yes, but
okay.
I just love how many patterns there are. It's amazing, and there's just so many stuff. You've got Star Wars. You've got probably Pokemon. We haven't looked at that,
That's
but probably
right. We didn't check out Pokemon.
But most likely there are. There's probably a pattern for everything. Patriotic, if you could see back here.
I'm a big Patriotic fan. I have lots and lots of patterns and lots of finishes.
Lots and lots. Hey, when you've been doing it for years, you can't control it. Once you fall in love with it, you just can't stop.
You are exactly right. It's like an addiction. You have to stitch every single day.
Yeah. I mean, when we go on vacations, she brings her little thing, and we like to go out and swim and all. She sits in the hotel. It's her little vacation.
My vacation away from home. Cross-stitching. I love it.
Yeah, last night she even sat down with her headless reindeer, working and working. It's good progress, too. From what it looked like when she first filmed the first video, it's pretty good progress.
Well,
she had only about 3 trees up. Now she has 7, 8.
10 or 12. I don't know. I didn't count them.
It's a lot.
A lot of trees.
With your the one with the sheep and the patriotic one with the sheep and the that one, you didn't even start on that one, but then she's got the whole card. She just hasn't done the sheep at all. You do it so fast. It's probably because you've been doing it since the 70s, so that's a long, long time. Very long.
And the longer you stitch, the quicker you can get things done. That's just, the more you practice, the better you get at it. And that's how it'll be with you. You'll get to be faster as well.
When I first started, I didn't know how long it would take, and I took a little bit. And the main reason I wanted to start cross-stitching, we were on vacation, and I saw her video when she was commenting on all of your comments, and I was like, and then I also took a look at her headless reindeer, and I had sort of gone,
yes, he did take a couple of stitches in my reindeer.
And she told me that it takes X's to make it when I went like a line, like this.
Yeah.
But I sort enjoyed that. I enjoy this cross-stitching. I mean, this, I plan to get more done in a matter of months. So it's, what is it, approximately
2.5 inches by 3 2/3 inches.
So and the stitch pattern is 14 count Aida.
Except he's stitching it on a 26 count even weave or 25 count even weave. So he's not using the 14 count Aida because I didn't have any.
But that's what it has on here. It's what the person used for that.
We can't show that part. We can only show the picture.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, FlossTube, for watching, and I hope that my wonderful grandson
I found a new hobby.
Has found a great new hobby, and that he is going to stay interested in it. And maybe in a few months I can show you some more updates. So for now, we're through. So
this will
goodbye,
be finished
FlossTube.
soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.